our setting is on a cruise ship. We are out in the middle of the sea, and as of right now, everything seems happy, hunky dory. We had our first scene with Julie Richmond, played by Angie, who is head of the security of this ship. She was summoned to talk to the captain, and there was a disgruntled customer there, and an apology was demanded. Actually, the captain demanding an apology from Karen. And
Karen Rogers.
Karen Rogers. I actually know a Karen Rogers. It's not you. And I'm sure you're watching. And after she left, the captain told Julian how he came back. Julian was appreciative, and then a loud alert sounded, and terror. Both of their. We then cut to a scene with Patricia Carmen, played by Lee, who is an older middle-aged woman who is the pianist here on this cruise ship, and has been for some time, and was working with a young, nice mechanic named Doug Landry, who asked her about her time here on the ship. She's and mentions that he's been here. This is the 10th trip, and he's very excited. He likes working with the captain. And then he started to go into detail about how he was fixing the lights for Patricia and was afraid that she would be bored, but she actually showed a good amount of interest and was thankful when he left. And immediately went back to piano playing, but then allowed the captain to say, "Ladies and gentlemen." And that is where we left off. So I'm so sorry you didn't get to actually see those two scenes, but it is what it is. We're moving on, and we will have more beautiful scenes.
To our quality assurance specialist, Michael Bergant.
Yes, thank you. Anyway, that's unfortunate. But it is what it is, like I said, so we're gonna keep going. And we'll have more beautiful scenes coming up. And now we cut to another scene that was happening a little bit earlier. And it's outside on the deck of the ship. We see kind of a little like festive thing happening, like a little line dance that's being taught and then performed, and just kind of like some festivities. There's a cart with some food, and we see over to the side, kind of overseeing all of this and making sure that everything is going smoothly, is Victoria Grayson. Would you like to describe your character?
Sure. Victoria Grayson is an activities director for the ship, events coordinator, whatever you want to call it. She's very upbeat and super energetic. She always wants to help people, make sure nobody's bored on the ship. That would be her worst nightmare. But she is also very real, and if you were to mess with her, she would be not as nice of a person.
Fantastic. As you are watching all this, you feel a little tug at your leg, and you look down and you see just this chubby little boy who's looking up at you with the saddest face, and he just looks at you and he says, "Where's my mom?"
Oh, I'm so sorry, buddy. Let's, you stay with me.
Okay.
We're gonna put a message, and so they can tell the whole ship that we're right here, and they'll come and find you.
Okay.
What's your name?
Derek.
Okay, Derek.
What's your name?
Victoria. Call me Vic if you want.
Where's my mom?
We're gonna find, we're not docked. You know, it's she has to be on the ship somewhere.
As you say that, he kind of chuckles, and as you say that, you hear this word, Derek, and you see this woman kind of like rushing. She has long brown hair, and like an overshirt over a swimsuit that she's wearing, sunglasses. She looks around, she sees you standing next to Derek. Oh, Derek, oh my gosh. She runs over, gives him a big hug, lifts him up. He starts crying. Just like not knowing how to handle the emotion. She looks at you. Oh, thank you so much.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Are you all right? Are you all right? Oh gosh. I you know, who knows who we could have run into. So I don't know, just thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, we have some rope if you want any. Just wrap it around, never losing.
Oh.
I just can't.
No, that's fun. No, that's funny. You know, I honestly, we did try one of the child leashes once, and I just such a. That's funny that you said that. Anyway, my name's Stephanie, by the way.
Hi, Stephanie. I'm Victoria.
Victoria, are you? She like looks at your name tag. Activity? Are you like? Or did you like put? Are you helping put this on?
Oh yeah. All the events here kind of come and go through me, and I make sure everybody's, everything's set up. Are you enjoying the event?
Yeah, no, that's what I wanted to. It's just that's why honestly I lost sight of Derek and my husband and I. We were just laughing and dancing over there, and just kind of got caught up in it. So maybe you're a little bit too good at your job.
Maybe.
As the two of you laugh, kind of hear everybody kind of like shh, 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 like shushing, and the music cuts out, and you hear over the loudspeaker, "Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention?" And we cut from there to another part of the ship. Inside this ship, in one of the more secluded areas, in order to help keep it sterile and yet still accessible, we see the what would you call it, the not the med bay, because it's not like that. It's not like but the med bay. Yeah, sure, the med bay. So we see the med bay, and currently helping out an older customer who is suffering from symptoms of heat stroke. We see our next character. Sophie, would you like to describe Courtney?
Yes, Courtney is a young, tired gay, as one is, early 30s, very anxious, blue hair, verklempt, trying to have a good time though. They're on this cruise. They're like, this will be a good way to change up the pace of working. Not stuck in a hospital. You're out here, at least with some good views, some opportunities to have a good time. And their heart is very much in what they do, but this was meant to be a job taken for fun. And right now it's mostly giving old people antibiotics for venereal diseases and treating hangovers.
Yeah,
it seems like. So
yeah, you do quickly realize that this older gentleman brought in for symptoms of a heat stroke is also just kind of severely hungover from the night before. So you set up an IV, give him some fluids. Next to him, his daughter is very worried. She's a Hispanic woman in her late 20s, long black hair, and she kind of looks to you. So is he going to be okay? I mean, do you think that this is normal, or?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't worry about it. I think just drink some water, maybe stay away from the bar today.
Well, I mean, he hasn't been.
There's plenty here.
He hasn't been drinking. You haven't been drinking, right? And the dad is like practically passed out, but you see like a little smirk appear on his face, and she, Poppy, no, I cannot believe you. Are you kidding me? Like, she goes over to him and, like, starts to, like, shake him almost. But she, she's gentle. He kind of, like, chuckles a little bit, and she looks back to you. Oh my god, I'm so sorry for making this such a... That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, it happens all the time. We're on a cruise ship. People have too much to drink. It's nothing to be too concerned about. And hey, have a good time. Just maybe take it easy.
Thank you. You're very good at this. Is this your first time on the job?
On this boat, yeah.
Well, I don't know how you do it. This is this is the first time I've even stepped outside. I mean, I know it's the second day, but yesterday I was just...
Oh yeah, sea sickness. Do you want something for that? I've got some anti-nausea meds.
Is that okay? Is that something I can ask for?
Yeah, of course.
Oh wow, yeah. I would love some anti-nausea meds.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you set her up. She's very thankful, and she kind of is talking with her father, and then over the loudspeaker, ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? As you perk up to that. But we cut away from that to meet our last character. In one of the many restaurants of the cruise ship, having dinner at 4:30 p.m., we see our next character, a couple. We see a couple sitting at a table, one of whom does not seem to be having as good of a time as the other one. Kelsey, would you like to describe your character?
Yes. So Brandy Clausen is the picturesque country gal. Think like Nashville bachelorette party, but actually country. So she's got long, wavy, dirty blonde hair, like dark brows. She's pretty well made up, but simple. I think she's wearing like a cute little camo jumpsuit. She's got her little cowboy hat on for the sun. And yeah, she is not paying attention to this guy.
Yeah.
Really at all.
You see sitting across from you, or you don't see because you're not looking, but your new boyfriend, Brett, and he's kind of like playing with his food. And he kind of sighs really loud. Like barely touched your food.
Neither of you.
Well, yeah, because I'm so stressed about why you haven't touched your food.
Stressed? You're supposed to not be stressed. You're not at work, so.
I feel like there's something wrong.
Right. And she's got a beer for sure. So she's like kind of looking at it, like, running the finger along, and she just is like, so, I mean, I guess this has been, a long time coming.
Oh, the steak is really good. You're right. And he starts like eating. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, you should try it. You should try you should try it. You should eat.
Okay. Show it slow take but like, oh god.
So
yeah,
good.
wow, so good.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
Really good.
I don't know what I was worried about before. I just think you and I are, it's just easy with us, It's just...
So easy. Yeah, really easy. You're so right. I didn't really think about that way. Yep.
I just really care about you,
Mm-hmm.
And I know that you
Mm-hmm.
you care about me too, and and I also just like I love you.
Listen. Oh, it's that. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? as
Not
the
this.
voice over the loudspeaker comes, and you all hear an announcement telling you what is going on in the world. There's been an outbreak, some sort of infectious virus that is infecting people, and some reports of them acting incredibly aggressive, ragefully. And eventually, as days go on, it goes from just being some weird thing that you're reading about back home, wondering how that's going to affect you when you get home, to what some outlets are very willing to call a world-ending event. And eventually it is decided to gather all of the adults, ship, and a vote is taken, majority vote, and decided to stay out at sea for as long as you can, rationing your food, and just trying to see if you can wait till things calm down. Maybe it'll only take a couple weeks. Maybe this has all just been hyped up for nothing. And it was encouraged by those putting on, which was kind of piqued the interest of some of you, as it must be bad if they let their money stay afloat and have a bunch of coming back at them. Slowly over the past 2 months, a little more than 2 months, almost 3, it went from hopeful to desolate. And eventually you lost communication with the mainland in all forms. It only took a few days for you to internet connect. Radio transmission stayed good for a while, but eventually that ended up as you are now at a point where food is virtually. Supplies are pretty much gone. And a lot has changed. Running water ceased to work. The last messages you did get from the mainland spoke of deadly pandemic, intense and eventually a losing battle. And on the ship itself, tempers have been short. Fights have broken out. People have been injured. Some have died due to sickness, accidental injury. Some, woefully, decided that the cold embrace of the sea was their better option. But regardless to say, it has been a trying time for the staff and the civilians of this once luxury. But tomorrow there is hope. For as the sun rises tomorrow, you hope to see the skyline of New Orleans. Rations have ended, supplies have run out. Like it or not, time to return to port. Maybe you'll find a better world than you think. Maybe it'll be one that is much worse. But for now, we cut to Julian. And another character that we met earlier, Daisy Fuente, whose father in the past 2 months, after meeting with Courtney, eventually passed due to most likely just the stress of this. That was not the only death you had to deal with, Courtney, but we will come to that. But right now, Julian, you are working with Daisy, who has become an asset to you since the passing of her father. She's former military, and you've needed all hands on deck, obviously. And she rose through the ranks to be, more essential to you than even some more higher ranked security members. Partially also because she's new to this place, doesn't know anybody, and you kind of felt a kinsmanship in that. And the two of you are currently at the the bow of the ship, and are loading up the lifeboats with what supplies you can, which is not very much. And as you're just kind of moving crates to and fro, Daisy just sighs. I mean, do they really think that we're gonna have like some kind of like warm welcome or something? Because we're not.
I mean, it's hard to kind of fathom what is out there. I think it just makes people feel better to pretend, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, maybe I'm just being a pessimist. What do you think? You think we're gonna come home and find our family?
I think Julian would get real quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Daisy might not catch on to it, but like she would, like, Julian's throat would catch with like that pre-cry, that like pre-anxiety, at the thought of like, you know, it's only been 3 months, and so there still is like some fresh hope that her fiance will be intact or like have found a way to like keep herself safe. But she'll probably just look at Daisy and be like, can you go get that stack of cans? I think it can probably fit in this boat. It won't be too heavy.
Yeah, sure. He like definitely takes the cue and walks over. And the two of you, go ahead.
Oh, I would like to, in this moment with that emotion surfacing, to partake in a ritual that I have done over the past 3 months, where I take out my useless cell phone that I have kept charged with a 2013 solar charger that I, as an outdoor recreation instructor, would have access to.
For sure.
And type a fake text on my notes app, as if I was talking to Leah is her name.
Yeah.
And then like type it out. It would say something like, "Hey, I think we're gonna dock today. Can't wait to see you." And then like put my phone in my pocket and keep going.
Daisy continues to help you in silence. And as you finish up, what do you think Julian's mindset currently is regarding actually making landfall? Do you think that she's purely like mechanical in this moment, not really trying to let emotions be a thing, so like just like purely thinking like, how do we get there safely, what do we do once we're there? Or is she having any more philosophical thought?
Yeah, so she did not vote in the majority to stay on the boat.
Yeah.
And she tries not to make a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
But I think she has rectified herself this entire time to pushing as much down as she can.
Yeah.
And throwing herself into the work of it. And like that ritual that she does is the most that she will allow herself to get excited or get involved or like caught up in anything that is any sort of feeling of like hanging on one way or another. She basically just was like, okay, this is what the people want to do. I will, like, I am for the people. I am of the people. I do not matter. I am nothing. I am an entity that exists to protect this group of people. So just another layer of that going into land. She's like ready for whatever she needs to do.
Well, as the two of you finish up in silence, we cut away from that, and we go back to the medbay of the ship to find Courtney, probably looking a little bit more disheveled, as is everybody, with the lack of running water and stuff. You are in there speaking with none other than the captain of the ship, Captain Arthur Clemens. He is not in his uniform. He's wearing just normal clothes. He gave up on the uniform pretty soon in. His hair has gotten a lot longer, and his beard has gotten longer as well, really showing the amount of gray that is in it in his older years. But he is a fit man for his age, and has done well in this post-traumatic status that is happening here, and he has been a good leader. I would say Courtney, as annoyed as Courtney may be, would even recognize that, and recognize the leader that Arthur's been. And the two of you are going over what is being taken on the lifeboats and what remains. And what I'll say for you, only you and the captain really know how bad it is medically on this ship. You basically, Courtney, have enough supplies on this ship to fill up 2 med kits. That's it. That's all that remains on this ship. And so the two of you are just standing over this like silver table looking at these supplies. Captain just sighs. He says, "What's your opinion? Do we take one, leave one, or do we just take both?"
I think we need everything we can get our hands on.
Just what we're behind with. I mean, I know it's perfect case scenario. Hail them with the flare gun and they come right back in. But what if we get... It feels weird leaving.
We're leaving them in known conditions, though. And it's not perfect, but at least the people here, I've done my best to try and get people to...
He puts his hand on your shoulder pretty much immediately. You've done great, Courtney. No one could have been prepared for it. And proud of yourself.
Thanks. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
And you've done a great job too. I appreciate your help in...
I've lost some people. First people I've lost. My time as a sea captain. And I'm the captain of a fucking cruise ship, Courtney. I didn't expect... But I appreciate kind words, and what I really appreciate is that you're willing to come along with it.
Yeah,
you're the most knowledgeable one I have medically, and
I want to keep the people that are going out there safe, and also I don't trust y'all to find stuff that I'm requesting here. So
yeah, I don't blame you there. All right, well, I agree. Puts your hand on your shoulder again. Go ahead and pack them both up.
Yeah.
And you had a size, like almost like unbelievably. Yeah, come sunrise. Have a good night.
I don't know what we're gonna find out there, but I'm pretty happy to be getting off the boat for at least a little while.
This, and he kind of gestures to like how dark and dingy it is.
Yeah.
And he kind of gives you one solid nod, heads out. And we cut from there to another area of the ship. As Victoria, you are currently in one of the main dining halls, and you are talking to a large group of people on the ship. One of the things that has been Victoria's main task given by the captain has been morale. And if there has ever been a time to keep people as light as you can. It's been these past 2.5 months. And not only morale, but also just like you have been the liaison between the staff and the patrons of this cruise ship, and have been the voice of a lot of the captain's decisions, because the captain has been incredibly busy just making sure everything stays afloat, really. And one of the people who has worked with you on this is Steph Myers, the woman whose child she lost on the second day. And she has been, whereas you have been like kind of the staff liaison, she's been like the civilian liaison, and has kind of worked with you, you know, whether or not this has been a tumultuous or prosperous relationship, that's yet to be seen, and we can figure that out as we go. But like it or not, for better or worse, she has been kind of the one chosen. She's a school principal, and she has taken a step up to kind of help in just corralling the people. And the two of you have just finished explaining to everyone in this room what was about to happen tomorrow, and two, why the people who were picked for the lifeboats were picked for the lifeboats. It was a week-long interview process to find 10 people or less to get on each lifeboat. It had to be an interview process because it couldn't be random, because they couldn't risk it. But you also had to find people who could stay behind, who could kind of like, you know, keep everything good in your stead. So it's been a long process. So you've just kind of like finished explaining a lot of that, and are currently dealing with a little bit of the backlash. And a woman raises her hand and she says, I still don't understand. I'm sick. I don't feel well. I feel I should be allowed on that boat. And you're just not giving me a straight answer as to why I'm not.
Well, ma'am, if I may say, the sickness that you could be dealing with seems to be very deadly at this point. I do apologize that you're not feeling well. I'm so sorry. I just don't want you to feel any worse.
Steph kind of like covers her mouth. And you see the woman just give you just the biggest like eyes. And Steph kind of steps up at this point and she says, ma'am, listen, we've gone through this. I can't tell you how many times. We're not going to take a sick old lady onto the land. I mean, what if we need to protect ourselves? People, like, I'm done. And, like, there's a couple, like, uproars. And she's like, Victoria has been incredibly nice in explaining to all of you what's going on here, but I'm going to, like, pull out the binky, okay? This is real shit. Like, stuff might go down out there, and we need to have people who, like, know what they're talking about. And she kind of, like, looks to you.
Yeah, that's a very straightforward way to put it. We will be coming back for you. You know, we're gonna come back. We're gonna have more stuff, and I'm just really sorry you're not feeling well.
I'm sure you are, says the woman. And maybe a couple other questions are asked, and basically everybody's dismissed. Steph kind of looks at you and rolls her eyes. Well, that went about as well as expected.
Yeah. Thank you so much for, helping me. I don't know what I would do with all these people. And you're a principal. I mean, you deal with annoying kids all the time. I'm sure this is close for that.
You know, I was about to say, I guess we kind of make a good cop, bad cop team. But I think it's more like bad cop, secretly very disturbing cop. I think is kind of the vibe that you're giving me, at least.
Don't give away my secret.
Hey, can I ask you kind of like a personal question? You're just, I mean, one of the people I've spent my most time with, but I don't really know. What do you think is gonna happen?
I really don't know. I think there's a chance we could be successful and it all goes smoothly, but if I'm being honest, I'm a little bit of a zombie apocalypse fanatic is how I'm gonna put it. And I can't help but like get that idea out of my brain. I'm sure that's ridiculous.
Yeah, there's no way. That would be crazy.
But you know, the epidemic, it's like always how it starts.
Yeah, I'm just worried about I guess I was just worried about getting sick. I wasn't really worried about this.
Right, yeah, I'm worried about getting sick too. It's just something I do, and it's not there. It's never gonna happen.
You know, I say this with a lot of respect, but this conversation was not helpful.
Okay.
She kind of laughs and just like puts her hand on your shoulder and then walks. And as she starts to walk, we cut to another part of the ship. And the setting of this scene might change slightly depending on this person. So, Brandy, are you still staying in the same room with Brett?
Not if I can help it.
Okay, yeah. I think that is definitely
constant
something.
Movement.
Yeah.
Constant movement.
So I think you're out in the hallway going to and fro to something. You did recently learn, you nailed your interview as far as you're giving your reasons as to why you should be going on the lifeboat.
Perfect.
And you hear the voice of Brett coming up from behind you. Brandy, wait.
Hey, I haven't seen you in a couple days.
Hi. Yeah, that's very on purpose. Listen, I know that we broke up or whatever. Or do you think that you told him? It's been 2.5 months. It's up to you. You're not staying in the same place, so I guess that's what I assumed.
Probably at this point he assumes. Like, it's obvious. Okay. But has she ever said it?
Okay,
no,
I think that's perfect. So
I think every time she tries, she's like, "This is I cannot."
Okay, so I think when he says
we're
that
literally in the middle of
I think what he says in that moment then is just like, well,
yeah.
I mean, I guess we're broken up, right?
Yeah.
Because like you haven't seen me in like 2 days. Okay.
Oh my god, that is such a relief.
That's a lot of. Okay, well, that's fine. You can feel that way. It's your loss, but
Okay.
I just wanted to let you know that you're gonna realize what kind of a mistake you've been doing. You're gonna because I could have kept you safe in whatever this is, and I loved you, Brandy.
Mm-hmm.
And I see you just like talking to other people like I don't even exist, and I just like when you.
I don't talk to many people, Brett. Not gonna lie to you. Listen, and she steps forward and like kind of awkwardly like pats his shoulder.
He like leans into it.
Nope, that's fine. Look, I should have told you this a long time ago, and I do apologize for being shitty about it. I guess I was looking for the right time, and when you are stuck on a boat for 2.5 months, there is never a right time. So that's on me. But I do wish you the best, and
wish me the best.
Yeah, that's all I got. I'm really bad at this. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, I just thought that you should know that I'm going to be on one of the lifeboats.
You are.
Mm-hmm.
How? Okay, well, what? No. How? What did you say to them to get on a lifeboat, Brett?
I gave them my credentials, and they said, "Oh, wow, please, we'd be, like, help us."
Are you? You're pulling my leg.
He shows you the voucher that was like handcrafted and made to show.
What?
So
Great.
I just didn't want you to be super thrown off. And honestly, I guess this is good to know because now I don't have to make sure that you're safe because you have it handled, I guess. So I can focus my attention on other people. That's what
She's gonna like set her jaw and nod and be like, yep. Always was a damsel in distress. You pegged me just right, Brett Smith. What a loss I have to go out on my own.
I feel like this is sarcasm, but I want you to know that you're speaking nothing but Shakespearean truth, baby. And he walks away.
She like bites her fist to not laugh. Oh, well, shit.
And we cut from there to later that evening. Actually, it's the middle of the night. And sitting up in bed, not being able to sleep, is you, Patricia. And one of the reasons why you're not able to sleep is because the other person in that bed is also not able to sleep. And the captain just kind of shakes his head and says, I don't know, are we doing the right thing? Landing? Or can't stay out here forever. But it feels so
I think
dangerous.
we have another choice. We have to at least go for supplies. At least.
But Patty, what about down with the ship, you know? That's what a captain's supposed to do. Now I'm abandoning
the ship from going down. I mean, we'll be back, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
I don't know if I'm qualified to go on this mission.
You have to have. Need you there.
Won't people wonder why I'm there?
I don't underestimate your intelligence as much as you do, I guess. No, people like you. People... Okay, maybe they're intimidated by you, but that either way, that means they're not really going to question you.
I'll take it.
Listen, if you really don't want to go, I'm not going to force you. But...
No, I want to go. I don't think I would be able to just stay back and wait.
Yeah. He kind of reaches out and puts a hand on your hand.
Let's try to get some sleep.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
And two of you find yourselves asleep. And it is now the next morning. And we cut to the 3 lifeboats. Actually, before we cut to the 3 lifeboats, I just want to let you know, as far as supplies on the ship, you all have gotten enough supplies to have 1 of each of the 4 crafting elements. For Miranda as a newbie, that would be 1 rags, 1 alcohol, 1 sharp, and 1 tape or adhesive. And you can also see to the right there what those can craft. But you all have at least 1 of those things. And then as far as equipment goes, first of all, all of you can have either the equivalent of a hunting knife or a baseball bat. It might not be exactly those things, but it's the equivalent of those things. And Miranda, if you haven't found it yet, there's a weapon list tab, so find those. And then you can add them to your equipment. A couple other people have other things. Julian, you have a handgun as head of security. Courtney, you have 2 med kits. And I am willing to hear cases for any of the rest of you to have anything else of note, but that's kind of where I saw equipment being. The captain has the only other, like, rifle.
Can you repeat the weapons that we can have?
You can have either the equivalent of a hunting knife or a baseball bat.
Okay.
On your
And the
stats,
hunting knife is
better.
just the one that just says knife, right?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's the one that just says.
Okay.
Any questions or additions that want to be requested? I think that makes sense, right?
I'm not gonna put up a stick for a gun. She would not be allowed to have it
No,
on the ship. No way.
You're just not a
Does she
staff
have
member.
A concealed carry license? Yes, she does.
Yes,
Does she
but
have
you
a
just
gun
know.
here? No.
I would also.
I will say though
What?
that your hunting knife is like you were
Nice.
able to sneak that on, and that is your hunting knife that you have.
Yay.
And what were you gonna say, Emily?
Just for Miranda, since Sophie and I are both book smart, we can technically heal more with a healing kit, with a med kit, than other people. So, like, if you're next to one of us, you would know as a character probably that at the very least, Sophie's character would be better at administering medicine. I
Yeah.
might be a surprise.
Yeah. So basically, the way I view medkits is there are 5 points of healing that can happen. It doesn't just heal you 5. You can heal 1 if you want, or you can heal 3. You have a pool of 5. And book smart people are they're more efficient, they know more of what they're doing, and are able to extend those supplies to add an additional 2 points, meaning they have a pool of 7 that they can pull from. That makes sense. And then Courtney, or Sophie, you had a question.
It's okay. I'm in character, Courtney.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'm actually going to demote my weapon to a small knife.
Okay, yeah, I love that.
Materially.
In character, love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that being said, you all have the equipment as described, and you are all in 3. This is a cruise ship, so the lifeboats are like small little boats, like they're like boats. They even have like a little like free wall cubby where like the pilot, the captain of the ship is. There's no like inside or anything, but they're decent sized rafts. And they're motorized. And we see 3
Sorry.
I almost just got down. Just I just felt compelled. We see we see 3 bright orange lifeboats slowly making their way over the smooth waves as they approach the port. The port itself is awe-inspiring, but not in a good way, as rain begins to fall. The day is overcast, rainy, and the gloomy colors match the existential terror that greets you as you lay eyes on the port. Keep in mind, you as your characters, you didn't know what you were going to find, but the human brain is only capable of so much imagination, and this is just more than what you imagined, except for maybe, yeah, apparently. And it is, it's gut wrenching. You feel the blood rush out of you. First thing that you see are the plumes of smoke, fires that seem to be burning in and around buildings as you approach. And the one question that comes to your mind is, how can they just be left to burn? It just doesn't compute, your brain immediately goes to, why is someone letting that burn? You see a harbor that is practically empty, save for the occasional speedboat or fishing boat, most of which are overturned, derelict. The vast majority of them being gone. As you get closer, you see that trash and clutter are strewn about the dock and the pier. But your eyes widen Your heart begins to race as you see what is amongst that trash and that clutter. Bodies. Sheer amount of bodies that you see. It's your brain can't compute what's happening. You feel like you're in a movie. You get closer and closer. The engines basically go to a low rumble and then eventually stop as the last part of this journey has happened in complete silence. And you pull up to the pier. Oh, no, I don't. Never mind. You're staying here. And you pull forward, and you hear already coming from the other lifeboats some sobbing. And the captain kind of looks at all of you. To remind you, on your lifeboat, it is the 5 of you, plus the captain, Steph Myers, Daisy Fuente, and the handyman, Doug Landry. The other boats have 10 people each, lower staff members, some civilians, one including Romeo named Brett Smith.
Somehow Brett.
And Captain looks to you, Julian. And you see, once again, just his face is flush. It is paled. And he looks at you, and he kind of cocks the rifle. Says, "Me first, Richmond."
I'll take the handgun out and make sure one's in the chamber.
Okay.
And I'll look at Daisy, too.
Daisy looks at you.
And
Daisy takes out a flare gun that she has. It's the best thing that she has, but it's something. And hopefully it's going to be used to signal the cruise ship that everything's fine, but could be used for defense. Needed to be. And she looks at you when you look at her.
Yeah, and I'll just nod, like, I'm gone, you know what to do.
Yeah.
I transfer my,
Yeah.
my power.
The captain looks at everybody else. Gonna go check out the immediate area. Everyone stay down here. Daisy, get them lined up. And basically directs all of the rest of you on the boat. Brandy probably itching to go with the 3 of them. But you all are basically like lined up on the lower, like the actual pier and harbor is up about like 15 feet, and then there's a staircase leading down to like the wooden part of the docks. And so you guys are like lining up against that like 15-foot like wall drop, and the captain and Julian start to make their way up the staircase. Julian, when you reach the top of that staircase, you see in a bit more detail the bodies that are described here. Some of which are burnt, crisp. The smell, incredibly powerful, even to those of you down there, but it hits you like a wave when you come up here. And you see some of the bodies, they look beaten to death. You see some with gunshot wounds. It's a variable schmorg. Ways to die on this pier. I mean, think about it. New Orleans is not a small city. On a good day, you could probably find thousands of people. And you see, hear no one. Other, the captain physically shudders. Richard, what the?
I would take a second to put my hand on his back and kind of just like grip it like I'm being a little strong for him.
Yeah.
And then I'll vomit.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I'll wipe the corner of my mouth. And I'll look at him and I'll say, I know this is going to sound really gross, but I think we need to see if we can find anything useful as we're going along. So just keep an eye out. Any sort of weapons or anything.
Oh, the people.
I think we're standing on them, sir.
Like you said, if there's no one here, still have an entire ship supply.
Yeah.
Kind of choke down vomit of his own. Breathe in deep.
Let it out, sir, if you need.
All right. Thank you, Richmond. He chuckles. All right.
Oh, I was being funny.
We brought the people that we brought for a reason. Let's get everybody up here. They need to see. You look back, nod at Daisy down at the base of the stairs. She looks up at you, nods, and kind of like passes down along the line for everybody to come up. And all of you eventually, you guys are all in the main lifeboat, so you're some of the first to get up on the stairs and see everything. You were hit with a wave of rot and ammonia-like smells. And some of you might vomit, just as Julian did.
I rolled a 4, so if that helps, that's why I vomited.
Yeah, I won't force any vomit roll, but if you feel like your character would. And you all take in the horror of what's happening. Captain waits for everybody to get up, and he kind of steps out to the side. Says, "All right, everyone. Clearly, this isn't what we wanted. You were all chosen for this for a reason, and we have to push past this. We have to try to find whatever help is available here. There could still be people here. Could. I need it's emotional for a second. Bring yourself back up. And if not, there are supplies. We have a whole ship of people to worry about. So, the first thing that we need to do, and as he's talking, I need everyone to roll a sense check for me. So it'll be a d20 roll plus what is ever next to your sense ability.
21. Ready.
14.
Okay.
11.
Then? Courtney?
21.
21. And Victoria.
Hey.
18.
Okay, Victoria,
Hell
Courtney, and Julian. As he's talking, from far off to the left, you all hear and a loud screeching noise, and you turn and you see from one of the warehouses that is probably for ship repair, huge big double doors, very long building. You can see some like cranes and stuff inside. From the darkness within this room, you hear you hear various echoes bouncing off the metallic walls and ceiling. Just screams, guttural, visceral noises. And then footsteps. A thundering of footsteps. As the doors burst open, and you see dozens of humans with red liquid, obviously blood, bursting from their eyes, running from their mouth. Some of them you see their eyes have been twisted in the back of their skull and are growing some kind of fungal protrusion through the tear duct. Some you see have limbs that have clearly snapped and are unaffected by the flailing of bone and sinew that is hanging from them. And terror strikes you. And for a moment, the only thing you hear above your own heartbeat is the thundering army of death running towards you. Then you just hear the voice of the captain. Run!
Yeah.
And that is where we're going to take a break. And we will come back right after that.
Oh my
It
god.
never gets old. They never get old.
Marsha definitely immediately threw up.
Join the club.
All right, so we will be right back. Stay tuned. Stand up, stretch, get some water, but don't go anywhere because we'll be right back. Hey everybody, welcome back. We're having a great time. It's the remains.
Oh my god, lives!
So where we left off, a bunch of infected humans. Your characters do not know what's happening, but your survival instincts alone tell you that this is bad and not something that you want to interact with. So, I need everyone to roll agility checks for me.
Oh god.
That's my worst one. No, it's not. Oh, okay. I'm doing good today, Zach.
Good.
15.
15.
Oh god.
23.
23.
I got a 18.
18. Courtney.
6.
6.
No,
And Victoria.
Courtney.
Natural 20? Does it matter?
Nice. Yeah, no, that definitely matters. For a total of
20.
20. Okay. So we will still have you. So Brandy will be first, then Victoria, then Julian, then Patricia, then Courtney. But we also have to roll for the infected.
The what?
16.
I don't know what those are.
So at the top of the turn order, Brandy. Oh wait, and the NPCs. They're dead
wait.
last. Fantastic. Brandy, you're first to go. You see your instincts immediately kick in, your reflexes react,
Yeah.
your fight or flight kicks in, and you realize that it's put up or shut up. So what do you do?
I mean, I was told to run, so I'm gonna run.
Yeah, you just
I'm
immediately
not
start
dealing with
running.
that. Are you kidding me? Absolutely,
For
yeah.
sure.
She's like out of here.
Go ahead and make another agility check for me.
Wow, that is only a 6.
That is a 6. So you trip just in the chaos.
Oh!
You just trip and fall prone.
Rip.
So you do have a bonus action if you want to use it, but you can save it if you like.
Yeah, well. Yeah, I mean, so if I trip, and then I'm assuming there's like shit everywhere.
Oh,
I
yeah.
could cover. I'm gonna cover, so I'll like
Okay,
trip
yeah.
and fall, and maybe like use the momentum to like try to like barrel roll almost behind something, so that
Okay.
I can regain my footing.
Definitely. So
With
we'll
some
go ahead and
cover.
give you. We'll go ahead and give you a cover there for sure. That makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
So and just so you guys know, I'm just gonna go ahead and let you know. Well, actually, we'll get to that in a second. So next is Julian.
I would put myself in front, which would be, if everybody's running away, is technically behind everybody.
And like all
to
30
be-
people.
All 30?
Yeah.
Oh, the other lifeboats made it too.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Christ.
Oh no.
Yeah, all three of you landed at the same time. You guys were just the ones that took the.
I thought we only gestured to our boat to come up.
Oh no, he got every. That's why he was like everybody, and that's what drew everybody.
Why would we do that? Why would we do that?
Hey, you let
We
us do
read
it.
the thing. I thought okay.
No, I know, but
Whatever,
at this point, it's happened now.
Yeah.
I totally get that you didn't understand.
Okay, so then, yeah, I mean, I would basically put myself in between the oncoming slot and these guys, but not to fight them, to just, like, start, like, pushing people away and, like, to be there for anybody who,
More so as, like, a sheep
like,
herder
falling
than, like, a
behind.
shield.
Yeah.
Anyone who trips.
If somebody falls, I'm there to pick them up. If somebody, like,
Yeah.
looks back, I'm there to usher them forward. Like, yeah.
Speaking of, I need you to make an agility check.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Because this
You
is
would need
chaos, and you're not used to this.
5.
As you're like pushing, you slip on some blood from a nearby body, and you fall prone.
That's nasty.
Which means it's now the infected's turn, and the way that this specific combat interaction is going to work is that the infected will keep chasing you, and unless you get anybody who has not gone in turn order yet, or anybody who has fallen prone, will get an attack on them. So from here on out, now that it is their turn, if you do not have a successful agility check, you will fall prone again, and you will be attacked by the infected again. So for this first round, looks like they get a attack on everybody. So the attack on Brandy is an 11 plus 4, which is 15. What was that? Does that meet with your cover?
Oh. No, it doesn't.
You're Scrappy, which is a base
I have
of
16
13,
then.
so 16.
Yep.
So you see one of these infected humans just like run up to you, and he just comes down and he attempts to just like claw at you, but you literally like grab another body and hoist it and like let him. It's the nearest object you've got, and that's what and he hits and he starts like attacking that other body for the moment, not paying attention to you. The one kind of like comes up to you, Julian, and is gonna attempt to like jump on your back. That is a 15 plus 4, which is 19. So that is going to hit for 3 points of damage as it runs up and like slams in your back, and is currently just like a primate gone mad, just like beating on your spine as it's just like punching at you. The one that is going to attack Patricia is an 11 plus 4, which is 15, so that's gonna hit. It's going to do max damage, 4 points of damage, Patricia. As you kind of are just like flabbergasted, you don't know what's coming on. You just look to your left and you get clocked by this infected who's just like swinging at you and swiping. He cuts your skin a little bit. You scream in terror as this guy's like this man who looks infected and is spitting up blood clearly wants to kill you, and you don't understand why. So that's the one who attacked you. Now we've got Victoria. Oh wait, Victoria didn't go earlier. Victoria, I'm sorry, I forgot about you. I apologize, I forgot the order. Will you roll an agility check for me?
Zach, while she's rolling, can I ask what was the ammo for a handgun? Is it 6?
5.
5.
Yeah. What'd you get, Victoria?
3.
3. Okay, so you also fell prone. As you were trying to run away, so this one is going to try to attack you.
Would I also have a bonus action that I could also take cover?
Yes, of course. So you want to take cover and add, but it's 19. So we would still hit you with a 19. But I think you might have you have a disadvantage one or something, or like a minus, or I forget which one this charismatic has.
What?
Do you have what are your other bonus actions for charismatic?
Distract, mind games.
What's distract or mind games? One of those two. What are those?
Give ally advantage on attack. Oh, yeah. Mind games give enemy a disadvantage on attack.
Okay, so he's going to roll a disadvantage then. That's an 11. But that's +4, which is 15, so it's still going to hit you, unfortunately. So he is going to do 2 points of damage as one attacks you as you're trying to get away. And then lastly, the attack on you. Courtney, yes, do you have something? You're muted, I think?
Muted.
Was I also not given a turn, or was that because I...
They rolled a 16 in initiative.
Okay.
It's just Victoria got better than that, and I just forgot. So that's a 18 on the die. What I will say, though, this is the same rules as Season 2. So what did happen just now, Victoria, is it was going to roll a 19, but it only rolled an 11. It still hit you, but if it would have rolled a 19, we would then be rolling on the bite table, see if you got bit.
Oh, jeez.
But it didn't, so that was still a good use of
the 19 or 20 is a bite.
Yeah, because in Season 2 rules, since they have not been around long enough to have clickers, regular runners have a 19 or 20 on the die in order to bite you.
How did
how many points of damage?
You only took 2, just 2 points of damage.
Okay.
How did...
And then the one against Courtney hits and does just 1 point of damage to you, Courtney. So you're able to kind of like back away as one of them swings at you, but does hit you. You see that the rest of the infected, completely start demolishing the other 30 survivors who are here. People immediately start to drop.
Wait.
You see people getting torn in, beat up. You want to stay here, and you want to help. That is a natural human instinct for a lot of you, maybe to have, some of you. But...
I do.
But you realize in this moment, as one, you were getting attacked. Every single one of you got attacked just there, except for Brandy. Even though you were still attacked.
My hunter's instinct.
Yeah. But as you were getting attacked and as you see the carnage happening around you, you realize very solemnly that this is do or die right now. Either you get out of this situation or you're dead. And that is something that hits you and something that you realize you've never had to experience before. But after the infected's turn, it is now Patricia's turn. Patricia, you are up. I'm assuming you run away.
Yeah, where's the captain?
He's not gone yet, but he's trying to run away.
I would run toward him as fast as I can.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and roll an agility check for me.
Good. Let's see. 12.
12, that succeeds. Been a low DC, but you guys just haven't gotten it yet.
Nice. 6 and 3s.
Yeah. It's a DC 11. So yeah, you start running and you make it, which means the next time, you make it far enough that there's enough other people that an infected will not attack you next turn. So you can use a bonus action now, or you can save it.
Is this alert right that you add 2 to your AC, because cover is 3 to your AC? Is it 2 to something else?
I think I changed over. I thought I did.
That's what I thought. That's why I wanted to check.
We might have to look at that in between.
We'll
sections.
talk about that.
Sorry.
I will take cover if I can.
Yeah, we'll say that you just like find some like barrel that you kind of like run in front of. You know, it's mechanically it's happening, narratively it's just a bit of a stretch. But so yeah, you just keep running. At the end of your turn, Courtney, your turn. So you are being attacked, but in this system there are no opportunity attacks. So you can either attempt to fight back or just keep running.
Yeah, I am like fully stunned by the amount of death and now all of these humanoid figures attacking us. Former people. As a medical professional, I'm probably the last to like see them fully as threat and more as like, how do I help all these people? Oh no, there's no way. And I am attacked and just finally come back to my senses and push away from the runner in front of me and looking around, try to also find where the captain has gone and run in that direction.
Okay, yeah, easily enough. Go ahead and roll an agility check.
Natural 20.
Natural 20, amazing. So you'll have advantage on the next agility check.
Nice.
And you make it far enough. You just like start booking it. And like the most physically like assertive thing you've done in months.
Nope.
Yeah. And you get far enough away that the infected will not be able to attack you next turn. It is now the NPC's turn. I'm going to roll 2 agility checks, 4 of them. And we'll see what happens if they fail one. They get a +2 to each of these. First one, that's a success on a 12. And the second one is just a success on an 11. So all 4 of the NPCs that have traveled with you. Oh wait, sorry. Okay.
Is that Brett?
All 4 of the NPCs that have traveled with you make it far enough. It is now back to the top of the turn order, Brandy. It is your turn.
Oh my god. Okay, so I'm covered in blood now.
Yeah.
And grossness.
Yes.
But I think that something clicks where it's like, you get to a point of adrenaline where it just shuts down and you're like, I am moving, I am a machine.
Yes.
I am like so I'm running another agility. That is a 17 + 4. So
Yes, yeah. You
Okay.
immediately get
21.
up and just like leave, like the infected who is like
like
fighting the
using
he's
that
still
as a
fighting the body,
distraction,
and you see
just-
him like you like look over your your shoulder as you're running away, and you see him like realize what's going on and change directions and come sprinting at you.
Run.
Oh wait, the captain, as he runs, by the way, is going to fire a shot. That is a 9 + 4, which is 13. That is enough for, I think, full damage. Nope, that's just the high end of half damage. You guys are quick. But roll. Well, there's too many of them. But he hit. You see, those of you who are paying attention, which I'll allow it to be any of you. You see the captain as he turns, fires his rifle, and then starts to run. So he doesn't even pay attention. But the person who is hit with the rifle is hit square in the shoulder. You see it takes them back a little bit, but then they just immediately shrug it off and continue running.
No.
So that's the end of Brandy's turn. You have a bonus action in your back pocket, and now it is Victoria's turn. So you can just book it and run, or you can do something else if you want to.
I'm running.
Yeah, of course. Roll an agility check for me.
16.
16, that's enough. You learned your lesson the first time. You're immediately up and you're just like, razor blade hand running. And yeah, Naruto, yeah. Just sprinting. That is the end of Victoria's turn. You have a bonus action that you can keep in case you want to use it for somebody else. And then it is Julian's turn.
Oh, Lord.
So you're currently narratively, there is someone like pounding on your back right now.
Yeah. I would try to push them off.
Yeah. He's
or at least
yeah.
Get up and start running. So I'll use what is it? Same rules as it takes half my.
Technically yes, but this is a bit of a. This is kind of a this is like a chase
sequence.
Scene. Yeah, it's a little different. So you have you can, if you start running, you can go ahead and make an agility check.
Are we running toward the boats? Does it seem
You
like
are
everybody's running toward the boats?
No, the boat. You're immediately cut off from the boats. It looks like he's heading towards. You're not quite sure, but he is heading towards a very specific direction, and he's just booking it. But he seems to.
Oh, the captain. So he knows where he's going.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Then I would just run.
Mm-hmm.
I would try to get eyes on Daisy, if I can.
Okay, 2 things real quick. One, I forgot what time period we were in. You have an ammo box, so you have 5 in the chamber, and you have a 5 additional.
Okay.
So you normally wouldn't have that, but that makes more sense at this time. You see Daisy, who is actually she's in front of you. She succeeded on her agility check. She's sprinting in front of you. She looks back, sees that you're on your feet, so she feels comfortable enough to keep running.
Yeah, I would try to run with her or like near her.
Yeah.
Just because I am quickly finding out that I cannot protect every single person, so I will fixate on someone.
Oh, love that. Yeah.
And she will be like who I stay near,
Cool.
and I will run, towards
what's
the guy.
What's your agility check?
It is a 10.
10. That unfortunately fails. So you are going to slip and fall there.
God.
On the ground. You make it a little bit, but
I was doing so well.
Yeah, you make it a little bit, but then you just slip and fall. And at the end of your turn, it is the infected's turn. And one of them, I think, Victoria succeeded, Patricia, Brandy succeeded, Courtney succeeded. So you're and the NPC succeeded. So you're the only one that gets an attack this round. That same guy just runs and jumps on you. But that's a 6. So he runs and jumps to you, but you kind of like immediately stand up and get out of the way, and you do not take any damage. At the end of their turn, it is now Patricia's.
I'm gonna keep running.
Okay, go ahead and roll an agility check.
Ooh, that's a 9.
That's a 9. You trip and fall on the ground, kind of like slamming your head a little bit, get a little dazed, but you do not get a successful check this round. Courtney, it's now. And you'll with a nat 20, you will have advantage on.
Yeah. Should I start with the agility check, or?
And if you have an action that you want to do, you can do the action first.
As I run away, and like I'm making my way towards the captain, I try to catch up to him.
Yeah.
And just say, what's the plan? We got to get these people out of here.
I see a store behind a car, furniture store. I think we can get in there, barricade ourselves.
Okay, I nod and with whatever movement I have left, I run towards that area, trying to like get the doors open and like usher people in that direction.
Yeah, as soon as he points it out to you, you see it. It is a furniture store that is buttressed up against this like bodega grocery store, and the door is like completely open. But there is literally a car that has been like parked flush with the door, and so like in order to get into this building, you're gonna have to go over the car. So you start sprinting towards that. Go ahead and give me your agility check with advantage.
Dirty 20 this time.
Dirty 20. Okay, so you're successful. Yeah. And just to give you a little bit of insight, you feel like you were 2/3 of the way there. One more successful agility check, and you get to. So that is the end of your turn, which means it's now the NPCs who are both going to roll 2 for each of them. That is a nat 1, and then that's a 17. So on the
give the 1 to Brett.
So no, wait. Brett rolls by himself, and he rolls at advantage. He succeeds.
Why does he roll at advantage?
Because he got a nat 20 last round.
Oh.
So with the nat 1, 2 of the NPCs are going to fall. I'm going to roll a d4 twice to see who they are. Captain is 1, Daisy's 2, Steph is 3, Doug is 4. So that's Doug and Daisy. Doug and Daisy fall. In both.
No, I'm helping her. Help action, advantage.
You can give the help action if you would like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well then, it's still a nat 1, so I will say just Doug falls. Daisy, you are able to kind of pick up as she starts.
Yeah,
falling.
I feel her falling, and I'm like, no.
At the end of your turn, or at the end of their turn, it is now Brady's turn. Brady, you kind of like overheard what the captain said, but also like saw him pointing to that same store, and you see it now as well.
Yeah. Is Doug in front of me, like on the way, or is he behind me?
You've only succeeded on 1, right? He is in front of you.
So, is there a way that I can do an agility check and then use, I don't know, a bonus action of fight dirty. I know that's advantage on an attack, but
Yeah.
like, can I scoop him on the way? Like,
what I'll say is I will allow you to make an agility check at disadvantage. And if you are successful, you get both of you. And if you fail, you have to roll another agility check to just save yourself.
okay.
That
Yep,
makes sense.
I'm gonna do it. Okay, so the first one is a 15,
Okay, the second.
and the second one is a 16.
Yep, you succeed and you are able to pick
Ah.
Doug up. Perfect, fantastic. So none of the NPCs are going to get any attacks on them. But that's kind of your turn. But you have.
So yeah, I can kind of like yank him up, and
Yeah.
I like kind of like push. Come on, come on,
Yeah,
come
and
on.
you now have 2 successful as well. So you're play. Next on the turn order is Victoria.
Would keep running.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your agility check.
2.
2. Unfortunately, you fall on the ground as well. You've had 1 success, so the person who is behind you is no one. There's no one behind you, so there's no one that's going to be able to help you up, which means you'll have an attack on you during the infected's turns. But that is the end of Victoria's turn, unless you want to use a bonus action somehow. No, I would save it for the infected that's going to attack you. Julian, it is now your turn.
I, having just pulled up,
You've had 2
Daisy.
successes, right?
No,
You've just had the 1 success. Okay.
I got the first time, but then I failed, but then also so did the infected on me.
Oh yeah.
so-
Okay. So actually, you would be able to help Victoria on your turn if you wanted to do
Yep,
the same
'cause they're
deal
both
that
at
I did
1.
with Brandy.
Okay, then yeah, I want to do. So I'll push Daisy ahead of me then,
Yeah.
and I will help. I'll use my
So
action
basically,
to
you
help.
won't be able to help Brandy or
Daisy.
Daisy, but you will be able to try and assist Victoria.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll an agility check at disadvantage.
At disadvantage.
Yes.
It was a 2 and a 3, so
oh
I got
no. Okay, so you
a
fail,
3.
which doesn't mean. But now you get to roll an agility check as you. So you're not going to be able to. You try to stop and have the time to save Victoria, but you're not able to do it. So you have to.
I got a 14.
Okay, so you are able to get yourself, but you're just not able to help Victoria in time. And what I won't say that you like leave her, but I'll say that you're like standing right there with her, and you're like not able to get her up, and someone is going to have the opportunity to swipe at her. Which, speaking of, it is that time. Nobody else is going to get an attack though, but the one attacking Victoria is a natural 1.
Hey!
I know it didn't happen mechanically, but we'll go ahead and say that Julian's able to kind of like help you up and pulls you away just in time as this infected like jumps and lands on the ground, just like screaming at you. It's like it's a mixture of like it is kind of like a growl of some sort, but it's also just like guttural, visceral screams, just like intense animalistic screams coming from these people. That is the end of the infected's turns. Patricia, you are up. Oh wait, no, Patricia, you fell too, didn't you? No, but then somebody helped you?
No, I just.
Yeah, you just fell, so actually you get an attack as well. But that's a 6, so that misses.
Okay.
So you're able to roll. So you've only had 1 success.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. All right, go ahead and roll an agility check.
Oh boy, a 10.
10 fails, unfortunately. So you two fall prone yet again. Well, I mean, you don't just like keep falling in the same spot. You get a little bit and you fall again. So anybody who's had Victoria's now had. Victoria, you've only still had 1, right? So on Victoria and Julian's turn is 2 people who have. Well, no, Julian now got ahead. So Victoria, on your
Patricia
turn,
and
you will be
Victoria.
able to help Patricia if you want. Sorry, I should have written this down. So at the end of Patricia's turn, it is now Courtney's turn.
What'd you say?
I just said Courtney.
Courtney.
Yeah, you keep running.
Yeah, I just keep running
roll
towards
that agility check.
the door, trying to get to where I need to go. That's only a 9.
9. So
No!
unfortunately, you also fall prone. There are many people behind you though, so you're probably
Yeah.
gonna get some assistance. But you're not quite there to the store just yet. So that is the end of Courtney's turn. It's now the NPC's turn. We're gonna roll 2 agility checks each. They get +2. It's a 12, which succeeds, and a 14, which succeeds. They are actually. I'm gonna say that the captain is going to assist Courtney, which means that's his at disadvantage. So the other group needs to. Which is 6. So the captain cannot fall, but one of the other 3 is going.
Because he tried to help?
Because he did help, so the captain's not going to fall. That's a 2. That's Daisy. Daisy falls again. You sent Daisy on her little trip, and she fell again. That's the end of the NPC's turns. And it is now top of the turn order, Brandy.
Okay.
One last
I'm
agility
running.
check, and you're getting there.
Courtney's up? Yeah. So nobody's down in front of me.
No, Courtney is... No, yeah, the captain...
Or Daisy's
helped.
down.
Yeah, the captain helped Courtney. Daisy did have 2 successful, so yeah, you can help Daisy if you want.
Give it a shot. No, it's a 4.
No,
So
okay,
disadvantage if you love.
So go ahead and roll
So for
you.
myself, 19.
Okay, and it's not that you just like don't even attempt to
Yeah,
help. It's like
it's like
you're kind of
help,
cut
and then
off
something
from
comes to
other
me, and I'm like,
infected-
shoot.
yeah. So it's just the angle wasn't there. So you
Okay.
run and you literally like dive over the car into the
Oh, yeah.
furniture store.
It looks
what you
really cool.
immediately see is that this furniture store is not where you need it. Not in a bad way. It's better than being out there, but it's a huge entrance here. But
Too many holes.
You do see that outside you saw that the bodega was completely boarded off. But you see that they share a wall, and inside this furniture store there's a small hole that has been made. It is available for the bodega, and on the other side you see like a grocery shelf that is partially covering it, and on the furniture store side there's a couch. So you feel like time's of the essence, but with a little help you can get everybody in there and then barricade these 2 sides.
Perfect.
Sounds
Sounds great.
You start kind of working on that.
Yeah, like getting it open first, and then we'll get everybody through.
Exactly.
And then we'll figure out how to. Yeah. Okay.
So
Cool.
that's what. So you're there. You're working on that. At the end of Brandy's turn, it's now Victoria's turn. So you're up and running. You can help Patricia if you would like. Okay. So
Yeah.
that's going to be. So first of all, make an agility check at disadvantage.
Okay. 12.
12 at disadvantage. So yeah, you're able to not only have a successful check yourself, but you're able to get Patricia off the ground. You're just 1 successful check away now from getting to that store. And Patricia will not take any attacks. At the end of your turn, it's now Julian's turn. Julian, you can help Daisy if you would like.
Christ, Daisy.
Yeah.
I mean, I have no room to talk, but yeah, I mean, I'd have to. I would
Okay.
have to just come behind her and try to like scoop and loop.
Roll an agility check at disadvantage.
Hey, 12 both times, so 13.
So yes, you are able to run over and help her up. You are now 1 check away from getting there, and you've saved Daisy. That as
Do
well.
I need to do mine?
Nope, you were successful.
Or was that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You were successful.
Oh, I see.
Yep.
Yeah.
So perfect. That's the end of your turn. It's now the infected's turn, who can't attack anybody. They're attacking a lot of the NPCs. The ones that I haven't named. Oh wait, Brett. I forgot Brett last round. Oh, Brett did fall. So they are going to get an attack on Brett. That's okay. So that hits.
15 points of damage.
It
5
hits for 1 point of damage, and then
Oh.
well, he hasn't gone yet, so he's not there yet. But that's what happened to him. But the other lifeboats that you came on, other than Brett, I mean, they're getting torn up, and it's not looking good. But for now, it is now Patricia's turn. Patricia, you have 1 more agility check to make.
Patty.
16.
16. You make it into the store. You see what Brandy's doing. You immediately start getting the help.
Yep.
That is the end of your turn. It is now Courtney's turn.
I know that because I'm on the ground.
Yeah.
That like people have started to kind of run past me.
Well, the captain helped you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, like seeing other people like
Yeah.
made their way past me.
Yes.
And have gotten to the door. Like the priority is getting us in there, so I would try to catch up and help with that process using my book smarts on top of scrappiness.
Go ahead and roll your agility check.
19.
19. Oh yeah, easily enough. You jump. You like Dukes of Hazzard slide over the hood of the car, get inside the room, and just immediately start helping Randy and Patricia with what's going on. At the end of your turn, it's now the NPCs who are 2 away. They don't have anybody to help, so here's the first one. Ooh, that's a failure. Second one. Ooh, that's 2 failures. Okay, so 1 person from each group is gonna fall, or 2 people are gonna fall total. So now we're gonna roll to see who they are. That's 3, so that's Steph Myers, and that's 1. That's the captain. So the captain and Steph Myers have both fallen out from right outside the door.
Are the other 2 in with us now? Because
the other two got in. Yeah.
Okay, because that would have been the third, I think.
So Drew and Doug are in.
Who?
Okay. Drew and Doug Landry, the
Daisy?
mechanic. Oh, Daisy.
Daisy and Doug.
Drew.
I was like, Drew is a child.
That's
from
crazy.
a season ago.
Okay, so that's the end of the NPC's turn. Now it's top of the turn order. Randy, just go ahead and make a check that you feel you can apply to this situation, whether that be muscle, moving things around, search for the best thing to put back in front of the hole. Like, you tell me what is a good thing that you should be rolling here. You guys are going to need 3 successful checks on this whole escape thing total in order to be able to escape from these infected.
Okay. Can I say agility again? Well, no, brawn. I'll do brawn, and I'm like trying to just
if you
get
can justify it.
They're both the same.
Okay,
I think
gotcha.
so. I'm trying to get the stuff out of the way because I was there first, so I think I would definitely have to do that. So I'll do brawn, which is +4.
Okay.
And that is a 14.
14. That is a success.
Beautiful.
So,
so I'm like moving the couch out of the way, like with my own. It's like weird,
perfect.
like yeah.
Yeah. No, that's easily
Agility.
done. These are all going to be DC 13 checks. So with a 14, you're able to immediately. So the hole is there now, and it's ready to go.
Yep.
So that is the end of your turn. It is now Victoria's turn. Victoria, you have an ability or an idea of how you want to help this escape plan here.
Not that I want to ask, but don't I still need another agility check?
Oh, were you not there? I thought you were there for some. No, it was Patricia who got there. You're right. I apologize. You do need another agility check. Yes, thank you.
Not that I want to ask.
Teacher, you did have homework. Sorry.
Love those kids.
Natural 1.
7.
7. All right. You fall prone right outside the door. But someone might be along to help you out so that you don't get attacked. But that is the end of your turn, Julian. It is now your turn. You can help.
Am I there?
Nope. You need 1 more, so you can help Victoria if you would like. Wait, no, you gotta. No, you succeeded by helping Daisy.
I
so you did
succeeded,
get there.
yeah.
Yeah, you did get there. If you want, I will allow you to try to, since Victoria's right outside, I will allow you to try to help. It'll just be a straight roll, and if you fail, both of you will be attacked.
I'll use the big dice, and I'll fucking put my hand out for Victoria. I got a 9!
A 9. Okay, so we'll come back. Oh, wait, no, now it's the infected's turn. So now you both are going to get an attack on you.
Okay.
As is Steph. Or not Steph.
And the captain.
Yeah, Steph and the captain.
Yeah.
It was both of them. So let's do the captain first. Oof. So the captain's going to take 3 points of damage. Steph gets attacked. She's going to take 1 point of damage. Victoria gets attacked. Ooh, plus 4 is 13. That's gonna hit. So Victoria, you take 1 point of damage, and Julian, your attack that hits. Your arm gets scratched as you take 2 points of damage as you're trying to help Victoria. But what that will do is give Victoria advantage on their next agility check.
Thank God.
So that is the end of the Infected's turn. It is now Patricia's turn. Patricia, how are you trying to help this escape plan?
So
You can use search, you can use agility, you can use whatever.
Yeah, I think I would
Probably anything
immediately.
other than the communications skills.
Yeah, I think I would search. I think I would immediately start looking around for things that could be useful.
Go ahead and roll. DC 13.
Oh my god. 12. I have a +6.
12. You unfortunately, you find what you think is a big enough. You actually, no, what I'll say is narratively here, you find the piece of furniture that you need to cover this hole. You were just not able to move it yourself. So someone's going to have to come help you. But you were able to find it at least. So that is going to be the end of your
I'll start
turn.
like waving somebody down to help me.
Yeah, for sure. Courtney, you are now inside and able to help out with this escape plan however you feel you can. So what do you do?
I forget to turn the mute off almost every time. And
No, you're good.
Speak. I, now that I'm there, would use my search ability, I think, to look for a way to like close these doors behind us and keep them closed.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll this.
With a 6 in my search ability, that is an 18.
Oh, damn, nice. Yeah, you are easily, you find, you like look up and you see the classic like garage door, like shutter system for this furniture store, and you find that, and you immediately start lowering it, and as soon as everyone's in, you're going to be able to let that go, and that's going to help the group. So that's 2 successes. We just need 1 more success on this escape plan. That's the end of Courtney's turn. Back to the top of the turn order. Brandy, if you want to go over there and help out with that couch with 1 more brawn check, we can get a success here.
Do the NPCs need to go?
Oh, thank you, the NPCs. I forgot about them. So that's 1 agility.
2 are inside, 2 are outside.
Yeah, well,
and Brett.
We'll actually just do 1 for Steph and 1 for Captain. Steph with a +2 is able to make it at an 11, and the Captain fails. And so does Brett. So the Captain and the Brett are both right outside. And Brandy, it is now your turn.
Okay, so can I do the same check again?
Yeah, you
or
do
does it need to be different?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think I'll take whatever Patricia was able to identify, and I will
Yes.
go over and move it, and that is a 18.
Okay, so from this point on, you can enact the plan in order to be safe. Which means everybody who's outside, you could cut them off right now if the group decided. You need 3 out of 5 votes to do that. So I am going to take a vote right now. People who are inside, do you vote to enact the plan? Patricia says yes. Okay, Julian, Brandy, Courtney.
I'm not inside.
Okay, no.
If nobody
you
else
are,
said
Julian.
yes,
You're just
Patricia would
inside.
just slowly-
You're like leaning over the car, like trying to help people. You did make it inside. You're just like, the reason you got bit is because you were trying to help Victoria but failed, and so you exposed yourself. So you do. So
You'll
you can
get
choose
cut
to.
in half by the door, though.
Yeah, you can choose to just stay inside if you want and not help anybody else.
I can't do that.
I know. Yeah. Okay. So it's been
yeah.
decided that that's not happening. So that's the end of Brandy's turn. It is now Victoria's turn, who can make an agility check at advantage because of the help from Joel.
19.
19. You're able to crawl right in there. You're good. You're going to be ready for safety. Now that Victoria has gotten in, all of the 5 PCs are in. So the only people who are outside are Brett, the Captain, and Steph. So I'm going to take another vote.
Oh, I would not vote if the captain was outside.
That's why I was like, what?
Okay,
No,
so
I
I'm
thought
going
he
to
was
ask
inside.
for another vote, and it needs 3 out of 5 people. So vote. Just thumbs up or thumbs down. Enact the plan or don't. Okay, that's 3. So we're not enacting the plan. I'm going to ask after every turn.
Brandy's like, shit.
Now it's Julian's turn. Julian, if you want, you can give the captain advantage on his agility check. Or you can just try to pull him in, but you'll expose yourself if you fail. Sorry, I said that wrong. You can either try to help the captain by rolling, really whatever check you. It could be muscle. It could be. I'll even allow it to be muscle if you want. But either muscle or agility. And if you succeed, you can give the captain advantage. I know this is how I did it last time, but this is how I'm going. If you fail, you open yourself up to an attack. Or you can just choose not to do it and you'll fail.
I would. Is he within pulling distance
Yes.
from me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would pull him.
Okay.
That is a. You said I could do muscle or agility. That's a 10.
10. Okay. That is not success, which means you have opened yourself up for an attack. And it is now the infected's turn. So Brett, the captain, and Julian will all get attacks. Steph got in, remember, I think?
Oh, Steph got in.
Yeah, because she rolled an 11. Steph got in.
Perfect. That's right.
Julian, do you first. 13, that's going to hit. Julian, you take 1 point of damage. Are attacked yet again. But once again, even with this failure, you have given the captain advantage on his next turn. The captain getting attacked is hit, and he takes 2 points of damage. That's a total of 5 that he's taken. And Brett... Oh! That's a natural 20 on Brett.
Fuck! No,
Which means
not the bite, not the
4
bite.
points of damage, and now we're going to roll
God.
on bite for Brett.
Oh my god!
So I'm going to roll a D100, 30 and below, mean that Brett has been bitten. So let's just see if that happens. That's a 25! That's a 25. And also, I forgot, in the Season 2 rules, there is no second roll.
Yep.
So, Brett...
Is it
What?
not today?
Oh! You want to use your not today?
On Brett?
I know you reacted so strongly.
You can use your not
no.
today.
No. No.
You're not going to do it?
No.
Okay, why are you not... Why is... But the thing is why is Julian
yeah,
not doing it?
Yeah.
If Julian is feeling protective, why wouldn't she
No,
help?
yeah, she would do it.
Okay, I'm genuinely asking. If you can tell me why
No.
she wouldn't help, then...
No, she would do it.
Okay.
She would do it if she sees that, like, it's more than just because, like, right now we've been getting scrapes and things, but if I see, like, a mouth coming up,
Yeah.
not today.
And that's from a natural 20 to a natural 1. I completely missed it. That's lucky. That's lucky. It is now...
That's a protector skin, baby.
Patricia, there's enough successes, so kind of we're skipping you and Courtney's turn, and we're just going straight to the captain and Brett's agility checks. So the captain succeeds with a 19. Brett fails with a 9. So I'm going to ask the question. Do you enact the plan? Thumbs up, thumbs down. You will be leaving Brett right outside the door, knowing you are condemning him to being...
And he's the last one.
He's the last one.
I just used my not today on him, so I am thumbs down.
Okay,
He's
all
getting-
right.
he's
That's
getting in.
thumbs down. Ah, I love this. Okay, so the only thing I will ask is, do any of you risk helping Brett?
Yeah. Yes.
This is what I'll say. Enough of you are saying yes, which means you would be willing to open yourself up for an attack, and it's just one person, and we're also getting close to time. You guys are able to get Brett in, no problem. You enact the plan. The shutters go down. You get inside the bodega. You pull the couch in front of it. And because it's closed from the outside, you feel safe for a moment as you just hear the echoes banging on walls and cardboard. There's sobbing. There's some of you are covered in your own blood, not the blood of some random person you fell in on of the random times you fell. You are experiencing shell shock. I mean, this is insane. But before you can really contemplate what's happening, you hear footsteps. And you turn to your right, and you see 3 figures stepping out of the shadows.
No.
Well, the first one that you see, large man wearing a military vest and sunglasses with a big beard.
Incredible.
The other one that comes out is kind of a scrawny guy. Almost, he looks similar to Doug. It doesn't look like him, but body type.
Oh.
And then the last one is a woman, older in years. But all 3 are wearing military vests, military outfits. Angie, I need Julian to make a search check at advantage.
Oh. Search check at advantage. That is a 12.
Okay. At a 12 with advantage. The advantage narratively here is given from Daisy coming up to you as the 3 figures appear and kind of whisper. And you've spent, I mean, your security, I just can't remember off the top of my head. You're former military, right?
No,
No,
I'm an outdoor survival guide.
Yeah. But you are working this security job. You've run into people. You have some experience lightly talking with people of military status. And then when Daisy whispers in your ear, you confirm it. Suspicion that you had. These vests, military vests, clearly with U.S. Army chevrons that these people are wearing, don't seem to fit. And definitely you look in the eyes of these fear and for lack of a better term, like cornered. The man in the front, the big guy named Tanner, see behind the military vest, see like a mechanic shirt that has the word Tanner. He looks at you, takes the assault rifle. Well, yeah. That's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
Damn it!
And we will see what happens with this next week. So thank you all for playing. It feels great to be back in the world of the remains. I love apocalypse shit. And I really appreciate it. Thank you special shout out to Miranda, first time Remains member. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Thank you to those watching. This coming Thursday, we have the continuation of Curse of Strahd. So tune in for that at 7 p.m. Central. And then, this Sunday, At 1 p.m. Central, we are finally returning to the world of Tearoth. And we are coming back to our long-running second campaign. And we have a lot to catch up on. So join us 1 p.m. Central this coming Sunday. And then a week from today, back here at 6:30 p.m. Central, we'll be doing the next session, Season 6. So thank you all so much for joining and watching. Thank you to my players, the best players a GM can ask for. I say it every time and I mean it. And as always, everybody say bye!
Bye!